What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What is going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. 1/3 of We Are Wrestling. We got the Asian sensation over here that's going bald. What is going on, Ben?
What is going on, you stupid fucking animal? What's going on, guys? Ben here, third of fucking We Are Wrestling. Yeah, we got an exciting extra for you guys today. Hope all of you guys' day is good. It's 2K23. Health is wealth. But before we get on to the shenanigans, Don, take it away.
That's right. This week, we might be having some extras because the wrestling news, it is coming, rapid fire like the friggin' old friggin' people riding around their bicycles with newspapers. But
Like
if
the
you're not a
plague,
We
man.
Are Wrestling Maniac yet already and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. And of course, you already know the grind is real. And today we're going to be talking about a report that came out, I believe, yesterday. There are reports that Triple H wants to have less matches at WrestleMania this year. And it seems like some of the WWE talent are upset about this because of having less matches mean less superstars will be performing on the biggest stage of them all. How do we feel about this, boys?
Who wants to go first, man?
One of you guys can take it away. Honestly, I'll stew it in for a little bit.
I'm actually fine with it. Of course, I don't work there. I'm not a WWE talent, so obviously everybody does have the right to be upset about it. But I feel like with WrestleMania being like the biggest show on the planet, like that's the Super Bowl, that's like the Oscars, that's like there's no other wrestling show that's bigger than WrestleMania. So I feel like if you're going to be on that show, it needs to have some kind of meaning to it. I don't want people on the show just for the sake of putting as much talent on the show as possible. I want people to be on the show that have meaningful storylines that people can get invested in, like the Bloodline storyline. Like everybody that's involved with that needs to have a match at WrestleMania because that is one of the biggest stories in professional wrestling today.
So to add to that, I do want to say 100, you are spot on the nail with everything you just said. Another thing that I want to kind of say that I agree to the whole thing, and I'm more for it than anything, because now instead of having a jam-packed or random ass card of WrestleMania and not understanding why some of these talent are on it when it's bogus that these other people have been fucking workhorses throughout the entire season aren't on it. So what I'm really digging is that they're going to be focusing more on the match aspect of it. So we're going to get longer fucking marquee matches, and they can really craft blockbuster 5-star fucking story-driven pile drive to the mat, smack it down on that candy ass fucking matches. Like I'm talking literally WrestleMania level, and I feel like to add to what Dan said, to be on WrestleMania is a fucking privilege. You need to work for that shit. You need to earn that shit. And that needs to feel prestigious again, because that is the way you create stars. That is the way that you signified that you fucking did it, man. You earned your spot to have your name in lights on the grandest stage of all of sports entertainment. Like that is everything that these superstars strive for, and that brings the pristine back to it, and that brings the importance and the significance and the impact on these people's careers back to it. This is how you birth the Rocks. This is how you birth the Stone Cold Steve Austins. This is how you birth the fucking John Cenas, and this is how you birth the fucking Undertakers. This is how you do it, is by making that a prestigious level event all over again. And to have a smaller card, more story-driven, solidified matches with, again, stars to be born, people to have their stories ended. This is where it happens, and this is where history's made. And in order to do that, you need to fucking work for it. And that's what makes this sport so exciting, is because that is the door to the unknown.
And what I want to add to that with what you were saying, I feel like the last couple of years, WWE forgot how prestigious WrestleMania was. It felt like they were trying to put everybody on the card because they cared more about the morals than WrestleMania itself. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but WrestleMania is the biggest stage of them all. And in my opinion,
Oh, excuse me.
you have to understand that WrestleMania is not for the jobbers. WrestleMania
Nope.
is not for the mid-carders.
Nope.
WrestleMania is for the best of the best. You
Yep.
put the
And
best
those
storylines
becoming
in
stars.
there. You put Sami Zayn in there. You
Mm-hmm.
put the Usos. You put Roman
Mm-hmm.
Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
You put Austin Theory.
Mm-hmm.
You put these talent that are, stars at Mania.
Precisely.
That's where they belong.
Precisely.
Because that's the thing, like back in the day when we were watching WrestleMania as kids, we didn't have 100 matches on a WrestleMania card. We only had
like
7 to 8
5 or 6 great ones, if that, maybe a 7th bonus if we were lucky. Like, it was just stacked fucking matches, and every single one you were ready for that culmination of the stories again that are ending, and then some that are beginning and going farther. Like, I'm excited, if anything, for this, because we're getting that significant feeling all over again.
And that's the thing, like, one thing I do want to add to this, if Omos versus Brock Lesnar is a match at WrestleMania, I will be pretty pissed off, because with these
Agreed.
reports coming out about Triple H, wanting less matches at WrestleMania, and to make WrestleMania feel more important again, why would you put a guy like Omos on WrestleMania? Isn't there a saying, quality over quantity? And Omos does not bring any quality to WWE.
Sorry.
Except
Continue.
for his size.
Did you guys hear about what is on one of the WrestleMania posters for this year?
No.
It says, because obviously it's in Hollywood, it's movie based, themes or whatever that they're going for. And in one of the big marquee matches, it says directed by Vince McMahon on one of the flyers.
I did see
And
that.
back to what I was saying in one of our, I think on the podcast on Saturday, when it comes to Brock Lesnar, when Vince McMahon first got taken out of power, he said that, he was pissed. He left the arena and everything. He wants Vince McMahon to book his matches. So that has Vince McMahon written all the fuck over it if it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, I do have to agree with you on that. But back to like Triple H's vision for WrestleMania, what I also like too is I'm noticing a difference between AEW and WWE when it comes to the premier live events and pay-per-views. Because in AEW, they're putting on about 7 to 12 matches a pay-per-view. WWE, on the other hand, ever since Triple H took over booking, it's usually 5 to 6 matches, 6 at most.
But every single match has it has some kind of significant meaning to it. And it a lot of people compare the new WWE Premium Live events to a NXT takeover back when Triple H was running NXT Black and Gold.
So. And I love it too, because the wrestling matches have more of a meaning and the story matters more. It doesn't feel like it's getting shoved down our throats. I feel like it's more natural, and I like that for a pay-per-view, because if you're going to watch a premier event, you're going to spend a Saturday night or a Sunday night watching WWE, you need it to, run wild. You need to make it worth it. And that's something Triple H has done a fantastic job doing. And I don't care what, the superstars, if they're going to complain or not, if they're not on the card. If you're not on the card, how about you reflect, look at yourself in the mirror, and, fix something? Because not everybody can be on the card. You can't please everybody. WrestleMania should be for the best of the best.
Absolutely. And that's, again, it all starts at the Rumble, and then it goes to the Elimination Chamber, and you want to play those cards carefully. You want to place those superstars where you want them very early on. Excuse me. You want to make sure that they're fucking placed very early on in the whole entire fold. Like you said, it needs to be the best of the best. So far, other than the Omos bullshit, it's looking pretty promising. It's looking like a pretty decent WrestleMania so far, and I think a lot of that has to do with, again, like you guys have been saying, and it's obvious, the Bloodline story. Like, it is super stacked. So I really, really, really hope that they just do it right, and they really do make solid matches throughout the entire event, because only a couple have been really announced, right? A couple are locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a
So,
lot of
like,
people are complaining about like Logan Paul being on the show and this and that. But if you remember, like way back to WrestleMania 1, I mean, WWE has always implemented celebrities within WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's not like a
Exactly
new
why they call it
concept.
the biggest stage of them all. That's exactly
Yeah.
why
and
they call
Hollywood
it
is the place
stage.
to fucking do it.
And I
And I
got
do
something
feel
too that
like
I want to add to what you were saying, Danny, about Logan Paul.
Mm.
I'm sorry. This might be a hot take, and some of the We Are Wrestling Maniacs might disagree with me, and you guys, I think, might agree with me on this one. Logan Paul deserves to be on
Oh, yeah.
WrestleMania. With
Oh,
the
yeah.
great matches that he's put on in a short amount of time, Logan Paul has proved that he can work in the ring. He's, bigger than, life. He's very
Yeah,
entertaining.
dude.
And
He's done
also,
it all,
too,
and he's
another thing
young.
about Logan Paul as well, he can sell a WrestleMania match more than some of these jobbers like Akira Tozawa and,
Mhm.
like the guys that, are trying to get on the card.
And that's a perfect spot for Rollins to be in. Imagine
Mhm.
everything that he's going to be able to teach Logan in that match. And it's going to
Mhm.
make Logan an even better performer.
They're gonna make each other look like $1 million, bro. Like, if there's any person that he belongs in the ring with at Mania, it's Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins can literally work with anybody, and not only is he one of the best to do it, he's one of the safest to do it too. So it's just, we're in for a real treat in this celebrity match, because honestly, I don't even really consider Logan Paul a celebrity anymore, because he's been fucking killing it in the ring. Like, the dude belongs it. He's a signed WWE superstar. He's on the roster. Like, it's not a fucking joke. It's not a one-off. It's like the dude has his own gear. He has his own theme song. He already
Action
has
figure?
fucking action figure. He's literally already taking fucking names, dude. He's already taking fucking names. He's teamed with some of the best. He's fucking fought some of the best. He put on one of the greatest matches with fucking Roman Reigns, bro. One of the greatest matches with Roman fucking Reigns, bro. Like, that is nuts to me. And he's literally, I think, a year older than me. That's it. The kid's fucking young. Like, he's young as fuck, and he's killing it, dude. He is built for this fucking sport, man. Like, he belongs in WrestleMania. And with Seth fucking Rollins, dude, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I'm so excited for that match.
And look,
100%.
here's the thing about Logan Paul as
Oh,
well.
one more thing before you do keep going. I just want to give his shout out to how beautiful his form was with that curb stomp to Seth. It was
That was clean.
beautiful, dude. Just fucking killed that shit. I'm sorry. I'm hyped for Logan Paul.
I'm
Kinda
just
simping.
saying, when it comes to Logan Paul, you have to understand, in my opinion, Logan Paul is better than most of the mid-card guys that WWE has, and that's why he is guaranteed a spot at WrestleMania, because if you've seen the reports, WWE and Triple H have been their expectations are even higher than they were going into signing Logan Paul. They've gotten more out of him than they thought they were going to get. And Logan Paul is really showing WWE that not only can he sell tickets and put asses in seats, he's also a team player. He wants to do what's best for World Wrestling Entertainment. And you got to respect Logan Paul. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like him because of, some of the things that happened in the past. But Logan Paul has really, grown these last couple of years. And honestly, like, the stuff that he's doing outside of the ring, creating his own hydration drink.
It's
and,
delicious.
doing, 99 originals and doing all
Bodying a
these
fucking
different projects and
AEW.
stuff. He's absolutely killing it right now in the real world. And I'm absolutely proud of the Paul brothers.
Yeah, and he's absolutely
Especially
bodying
Logan.
somebody else's fucking moveset way better than an AEW superstar. Hint, hint.
And remind you, he even got in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather, one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Absolutely. That shit may have been staged as fuck, but honestly, it was a great match regardless. But anywho, Logan Paul belongs in WrestleMania. 100%. He's done the work to prove it, man. Like, Triple H literally fucking praises this dude up and down, and like, I know we can base our own opinions, but if there's anybody I trust 100%, it's Triple H. So
Ooh,
yeah,
yes.
I'm behind him.
Because if you look back at MTV's Tough Enough back in the day, Triple H was a guest, and this is when he was, WWE champion, and he was at the top of, pretty much the face of the company. And he pretty
made
much
a
put
grown man
all
cry.
of those trainees on blast. Triple H is not afraid to tell you, if you are not committed to WWE and you don't have what it takes, Triple H is going to tell you straight up. And
Remember when
that's why I think Logan Paul, has, proved himself, and why Logan Paul, Triple H is not just doing this for, clout and views. He respects Logan Paul because he's seen the man put in the freaking work.
Yeah, definitely.
A fucking men. You couldn't have said it any better, man. Like a fucking men. But yeah, like again, but all the way back to the shorter matches or the shorter cards rather, 100% for it. Again, it gives the superstars that are on the card to craft a beautiful match. It really gives them time to set up spots that can really change the whole scope of someone's career, because with like longer based matches, you have time to really simmer and toy with the crowd's power that they're giving you and the energy that they're giving you to thrive off of it, because now you get to really, like, with certain spots, you get to feed off of that, and it's going to make it so much. Exactly. You get time to create legitimate WrestleMania moments that are going to fucking shake the core of that stadium, dude. And oh my fucking God, it's such a good move, man. Like, we're going to get the fucking, the Hulk Hogan versus Andre caliber matches. We're going to be getting all of those fucking feelings again. We might
Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
Yes. Dude, we might get the essence of what WrestleMania is back. And that is what I'm so excited for. Like, this is what matters the most to me, is WrestleMania. Like, any other pay-per-view, I don't really care. But Mania, it needs to be so perfect. And to literally draw the card back, beautiful. Beautiful
now,
fucking move.
I have a question for both of you, right?
What up?
Because obviously during the pandemic, the first WrestleMania during the pandemic, that's when they transitioned from one night to 2 nights.
Yep.
Then it was a pre-recorded show. But with them having less matches on the card, a huge reason why they went to 2 nights is because, they didn't, people were aggravated they had to sit there for fucking like 12 hours or whatever it is. With them having less matches on the card, do you think they'll ever end up going back to just one night, seeing as,
It's possible.
People won't have to sit there for fucking like 10 hours?
I don't think that...
And I'll tell you why. The reason why I say no is because WWE doing 2 nights, they are making more revenue from doing it. You're making more money. And
financially,
if Raw's not going to go down to 2 hours, what makes you think WWE is going to not try to sell out 2 stadiums and make more money?
I like the fact that WrestleMania is 2 nights, man. It gives us an entire weekend, Mania weekend. It's fucking great.
I just wish they would come up with like a different name. It feels weird saying like WrestleMania 39 Night 1 or WrestleMania 39 like Night 2. I just wish like they would do something different a little bit, maybe with the name. Besides that, I'm okay with it. But something I do want to add for an example when it comes to talent complaining about not having a spot at WrestleMania. Here's a perfect example of somebody that, pretty much had the cards dealt with and he took advantage of it. And now he's one of the most popular superstars in WWE right now. Sami Zayn. Remember when he transitioned from NXT to the main roster? NXT, he was putting on these 5-star classics that we knew. But then on the main roster, he really wasn't doing that much. And he just, transitioned, wasn't that good. And then they gave him, a comedy character with the whole conspiracy thing, did the thing with, Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania, and really took advantage of the opportunities given to him. And he didn't go on Twitter like Mustafa Ali did a few years back and complain. He went out there and he took advantage of an opportunity.
Names.
Now,
name dropper.
One of the most popular superstars in WWE. That's why I'm saying if you're not on this card of WrestleMania, I don't want to see these superstars like Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler complain. I want them to really look at themselves in the mirror, reflect, and, change something. Like what Sami Zayn did. He had an opportunity given to him. Any chance he had to be on TV, he took advantage of it, and now look at him.
I gotta admit, I don't like Mustafa Ali's new character, man. Like, I wish he would go back to, how he used to be with like the almost like the Iron Man like glove and like the mask or whatever.
Yes, but here's the thing now about Mustafa Ali real quick. He is very talented in the ring. Absolutely incredible. But here's the thing about a lot of these mid-card guys. They're so good in the ring, but they're missing something. And what they need to realize is characters are absolutely important in WWE. You have to realize this is not AEW. This is not professional wrestling. This in WWE is sports entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's very
entertainment factor is
important
always
to have a
first.
character.
Absolutely.
But is there anything else about Triple H's night one before we close off this extra?
No,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. You know, Triple H so far he hasn't let us down.
Yeah.
You know, there's still a lot of people worried about, you know, the whole Vince McMahon thing that we'll get into, I'm sure, at some point, you know, if it comes out. But Triple H hasn't let us down, man. Like every premium live event that he's done so far has felt like, you know, back to the NXT
slapper.
takeovers. And
Banger.
I have a feeling that WrestleMania is going to be no different. I'm looking forward to it. I will say, and I have to say this because I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to. The whole Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes thing. There's 4 weeks away from WrestleMania and they still haven't had a face-off yet. So I'm a little bit worried about the storytelling aspect, you know. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off, man.
Hey, we're going to have to wait and see with that. So to the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there, let us know in the comment section below your thoughts on Triple H lowering the amount of matches at WrestleMania this year. What do you guys think about it? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this extra, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow all of us on our social medias and other YouTube pages, all that down below. In addition, if you want shorter clips of, you know, the We Are Wrestling podcast and other videos on the channel, we're posting them on our social media pages, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all that down below. And of course, remember WrestleMania 39, we will be doing a 2-night watch along all together live. If you thought the Royal Rumble one was massive, wait until WrestleMania. But to the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, we are taking over. Peace.